everybody, welcome back to our channel. Disney, you want to say hi? Say hi, look. Hi everybody. In this video we're going to be talking about staying positive even with or even after an autism diagnosis and what I do to stay positive. What do you want? Got some snacks on my lap for Christian. Do you want to eat? No, not clap. Do you want to eat? Eat? Yes. Besito. Mwah. He's gonna be around. So like I said, in this video I want to talk about how to stay positive after an autism diagnosis. I know it's hard and I know you can't stay positive the whole time. That's not realistic. It's okay to have sad or frustrating or angry, nervous, all kinds of emotions kind of day, but the main thing is to stay positive overall. So I'm going to talk about what I do and how it's been for me in the past and things like that. And for my family also, I want to touch base on extended family members and autism as well. So let's go ahead and get started on that. So I've had one or two people ask me how I managed to stay positive with everything that's going on in our life. So with Christian's autism diagnosis, with Christian never having said a word, being nonverbal, and all the little things that come with having an autism diagnosis. To be honest, I don't really know. I mean, to me, it's like, what other choice do I have? Besides, I can't live my life just being negative the whole time. That would be depressing and that would not help anybody in my family out. I think it comes with time. I think you become positive with time because at first the word autism, the diagnosis, it's brand new and it's scary. So obviously it's going to be hard for you to think positively because all you have in mind is negative articles that you've read, negative videos that you've seen. When you Google it, of course, the diagnosis comes out and you see the bad side of it. And there are obviously bad things about autism, things that are challenging, but you can't focus on those things, and you have to keep in mind that your son or daughter is still your son or daughter, and all the things that they did before, it's still them. They'll still do it. Hang on one second. Hi, you want more? But like, I think what I'm trying to say is you really get used to your life. You wake up every morning and having them not talk to you is just your normal. Like, I don't wake up thinking, oh my God, like why doesn't he talk? When am I gonna hear his voice? Life would be so much easier if he was just verbal. Like, that's not my mentality every morning. I think about those things once in a while, of course, and I get sad once in a while, but it's not my normal. It's not my everyday. So your life just becomes your normal. I don't think about that all the time, and it is not odd to me that I don't hear him talking. It's not uncomfortable for me to try to use signs like eat or making him point. It's like, it's our normal to have him point. It might seem mean to some people, or maybe it doesn't. Like, I know he wants a cookie, but I make him point, and after I make him point, I make him sign eat, and after he signs eat, sometimes I make him give me a kiss. But it's because I'm trying to get that repetition. I want him to get comfortable, and I want him to know that he needs to do something for it. So he's not just gonna get it if he whines, or he's not just gonna get it by grabbing it. He needs to do something for it. So I want him to work for it. But yeah, so your life becomes your normal and you don't think about the negative things every day. If you did, you wouldn't be able to do what you need to do daily for your family, for your child. So I think that's one of the main things is with time, it just comes, I believe. And it's okay to be sad in the beginning, like I mentioned, but with time, it just becomes your normal, and your normal is you're happy. Your son, unless there's like little problems, like when my son has stomach problems or growing pains, that's when it becomes challenging, when my son doesn't talk, and that's when I become a little bit overwhelmed or frustrated or sad that he can't tell me what's hurting him. But for the most part, for daily life, you just get used to your life. What else keeps me positive is just he's happy. Like, it's not hard to be positive when your son is happy. So Christian will wake up with a smile on his face. He'll give me kisses. He'll smile. He'll hug me. He'll be running around like a little crazy 4-year-old, just happy, enjoying life. And what is there not to be happy about with that? It's just that's what keeps me positive. Just my son being happy, having my family be involved and interacting with my son and my daughter, and seeing my daughter try to talk to him or play with him, or when my son laughs with my daughter. Just everyday moments keep me grounded and positive. The one thing that I think can bring somebody down is if you focus on the evaluation reports a lot. When I look at the evaluation reports for my son, or when it's like a 6-month evaluation update and I see that there's not as much progress, those things can get me down. I think the thing that you need to focus on is don't take those numbers and focus on them, because it's very hard for a test to tell you what your son or daughter is learning, what they're advancing on. My son is very tricky. Most therapists that he has knows that he can do way more than he's showing, that way more than they can write down, because it's no test can tell you what he can do accurately. Like, my son is technically showing that his receptive and expressive language is at about what a 1-year-old's language would be. And that's hard to hear, and that could get me down. But I have to think about the fact that when I talk to my son, I know he's listening and I know he's understanding. When I ask him to do something, he's doing it. His language is a lot more developed than what a test is telling me. So just keep that in mind, and don't let it get you too down if a test result comes back and it's very low, because it's easy to get down. And just think positive, like, well, at least in this evaluation is showing that he needs help, and I will get more help from my insurance because it's showing this. So try to look at the positive side. Another one, this is gonna be your last one, okay? Listen, Christian, I'm gonna hide these, and this is gonna be your last one. Come here, Christian, man. You want your cookie? You want the cookie? Can you point? No, not wave. Point, point, point. Cookie, cookie. Good job. Yeah, so one of the things though, like I was with family members, like I was mentioning extended family members, and it might be harder for them than what we realize. Like, for me, I'm at this place where I love my life. I love my kids. I've always obviously loved my kids, but I don't feel like, why is this happening to me anymore? I just feel like this is what our life is. We have a very full life. We are a very happy family, and we work with what we get. So, and it's not even saying it in like a negative way. Like, I couldn't ask for a better life. Like, my child is healthy, my child is happy, and there are challenges, but I think every family has challenges of their own. So you just have to make best with what you get. But I feel like sometimes it's harder for like grandparents. For example, my dad, I never even realized how hard it affected him, how much it affects him to know that my son has autism. And whenever we see each other, and he tells me, or he sees him, I guess he realizes, like, he doesn't see like the happy little boy as much as I do. He sees like, oh, he's not talking. Oh, my daughter's never gonna hear her son say a word, or he sees the meltdowns probably, and it makes him emotional. It makes him, and he is very negatively affected by it. He is very sad that he feels like my son has a not as fulfilling life as my daughter, I guess you could say. So I try to explain, no more. I try to explain to my dad, like, we are fine. He is happy. I am happy. Yeah, I would love to hear my son say mom or things like that, but it's not needed. Like, we are happy. You gonna say hi? Like, how can you not be happy with this little nugget? Look at that little face. You have to think positive. You have to think positive, or else you're gonna be sucked down, and you don't want that. And the thing about, I can't talk with you right here. You make me want to be silly. What are you doing? What are you doing? I love you. I love you. Do you want tickles? Wait, I'm gonna give you tickles. I'm gonna give you, look at your mouth, it's black. You just went to the dentist and you're eating chocolate cookies. Uh-oh. And speaking of extended family, I really hope that you guys have family members near you and that are around in your life, because they are a blessing. I can't even explain how much my sisters helped me emotionally and supporting me with like babysitting them and just like helping me out. Yeah, so I try to explain to my dad that I'm not missing anything, and the thing about autism, and what I want you guys to also understand, and I'm sure a lot of you guys do, is autism is a spectrum. So when you get a diagnosis, I feel like you shouldn't focus on the future so much, because with this autism spectrum, your son might not talk right now. Your son might not do table work very well. He might not focus. He might not do eye contact. All these things that he's not doing right now, all those things more than likely will change within a few years, especially with therapy and early intervention and things like that. So I would say take it day by day. So today, like for me, every morning I wake up and I think, okay, like for me right now, I'm waking up and thinking potty time. Okay, I'm gonna really focus and do potty, because it's draining for a parent as well. 15 minutes, every 15 minutes, underwear. My son is not giving me any signs that he wants to go. My son is not giving me any feedback when he is wet. So it is frustrating at times, but I wake up thinking, okay, today, we're gonna take it today. And if he's not ready, I'm not gonna force him. We could come back to this in a few months. I think you have to think about it day by day, and everything will be fine, especially also with communication. My son's not talking right now. It doesn't mean he won't talk in a year. I've heard stories of people, of their children talking at 7, at 10, at 13, at whatever. And if he doesn't, it's fine. We'll work on the PEG system. We'll work on other communication ways. You just have to take it day by day. Don't focus on the future. Just focus on enjoying the time that you have with your child. It's easy to stay positive, and it's okay to not be positive all the time. Day by day. Autism is a spectrum, and things change in an instant. It could be good, it could be bad. Just know that you're not alone, and that it is okay not to be positive all the time. I'm not positive all the time. I try to be, though. So just keep that in mind. Keep in mind that you love your child and they love you, and every day is a good day. And I thank you so much for watching, and I hope this little positive video helps somebody out there. And please like and subscribe if you want more videos, and I will see you soon. Bye.